Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey everybody, how we doing? All right, so I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the clip that I'm about to play. I'm gonna let it play.
If we really feel it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't gonna embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a nigga supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you gotta take care of me and my kids.
So like you automatically get these responsibilities.
Yes.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into 100 dudes. Probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, they're about the odds.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with that now.
Probably about 4
they're about the odds. All right.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's so that kind of sound like you are delusional. You just catching it's just a sucker born every day.
Basically.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? A nigga that's so you ain't never caught no nigga that's worth something doing that though. Am I kidding?
I probably have one. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating back a lot if we really feel it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband.
Miss Mia. I'm glad you said that, Miss Mia. The reason I'm glad you said that, Miss Mia, is because my mind was actually blown about that whole gutter snipe conversation. And I want to say that my mind was blown because shouldn't have took that long to call a spade a spade. You know, I'm going to speak to what we just saw. Trust and believe. But I want to say this again. This is why I have to do an even better job of differentiating lionesses from these hyenas out here. Lionesses, I have not met a single lioness, young, middle-aged, or old, that have been so utterly misinformed and stupid. When I say that, I mean the way in which women represent themselves in general in the collective and in public. Not even being able to call things what they are. The consistent moving of the goalposts whenever there's a conversation. Consistently being on these different podcasts and showing up on social media in a way where it's like, is you cool? Like, is you cool? I be wanting to ask, like, is you cool? Because ain't no way. There has been a decrease in the overall intelligence of the society at large in general, male and female. I have noticed this. But the hyenas are particularly obstinate and stupid. I want to have a better word. I want to have a more sophisticated word than stupid. Willfully obtuse as well. Purposely missing the points when there are serious conversations at hand. I figured that this lady does like shock value, which I get it, but we still gonna talk about the concepts behind it. Willfully ignorant. This is why it's gotta be a better separation than just saying it, just saying that we're different. And I'm gonna tell you what the hardest part about separating yourself as a lioness from the hyena. Put a 1 in the chat if you really want to know why it's difficult. Because I know sometimes men want to know, well, why come y'all can't separate? Why, you know? Because it is ground. I'm going to tell you why. Because it is ground that has never been tread before for any group of women. Because for every, I want y'all to think about this, for every other group of women, it is enough to differentiate just by being the woman that you're supposed to be, and that's enough. No other group of women have had to figure out a public way and an outspoken like movement for women who are feminine to try to prove that they're feminine. See, there is holes with white women. And it's hyenas, it's white hyenas. But the feminine women that are white don't have to say that they're not hyenas. They don't have to wear a sign. They don't have to do a movement. They just get to be feminine and be wives. And that's enough. That's enough. Nothing else is asked of them to do. Black lionesses exist. We're actually in a larger number than you think. But our low-keyness is a part of what makes us lionesses. If we're constantly on the internet seeking attention, what's the difference between us and a hyena? You still not gonna know the difference. You still not gonna know the difference. Because all you gonna see is a bunch of women online somewhere talking, and then you're not gonna pay attention to none of it. Because when lionesses speak, we're not regarded any better. Like the stuff that we say don't matter to nobody. When we say no, we don't move like that. This is how we actually move. This is what we actually do. Well, why come you can't, make the hyenas act right? That's what's being asked of us. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Lionesses are being asked to correct and make hyenas be lionesses. And we cannot do that. We are being asked, in essence, to go to the boneyard and convert the hyenas into lionesses. No. What are we supposed to do with them? We can't make the hoes be us. We cannot do that. That is not within our power. The only thing we can do is what I do, which is talk to the lionesses who may be caught up in some foolishness. We're born into the boneyard. This society is the boneyard. This is the boneyard. Every lion and lioness is born into it, particularly in the Black community. We're particularly born into the boneyard. This is the boneyard. And we have to find our way out of it. The lions have to find their way out, and the lionesses have to find their way out. The job that I have taken upon myself is to do the best way that I can to talk to the lionesses, to say to them, you don't have to be caught up in the boneyard. Like, you don't. You don't. Because there's no allure to being a lioness. There's no allure. Do you understand that? Being a lioness is work. We're in a society where don't nobody want to do no hard work. We don't have it easy as lionesses. It's not easy. We're always somewhere with our head down, having to work. We're busy being the lionesses that we are. We busy with our husbands. We busy with our kids. And for those of us who are not married and don't have children, we busy trying to stay out of this foolishment. And a lot of times that means go somewhere and be quiet. Go to work, go home, read a book. Those are lost lionesses. It is just hyenas and lionesses. Yes, it is. It is hyenas and lionesses. That's the demarcation. The gray area is the lionesses that's caught up in the boneyard and don't know how to get out of it. That's what I have. That's part of my job that I took on. I see what you're saying, and I see what you're saying. See, for this type of thought pattern, see, I can't do nothing with that, because that's basically saying of all the billions of women in the world, there is not a single woman walking this earth that's worth the dirt that she walk on. And I don't deal in extremes. I don't deal in anybody's extremes. Because by that token, you can say if there's not a man walking the earth that's worth the dirt he walk on either. And we know that that's not true. When you in the earth, that's not true. So my whole thing that I'm talking about right now is that we lionesses cannot make hyenas be lionesses. We can't do that. And I agree with you. It's just that we have to find this. This is uncharted territory, because when black men was getting a bad rap, all of the black men going to jail, all the black men is gangbangers, everybody's a criminal, everybody. The only thing black men had to do was be better. A movement was not necessary to do that. Black men just was like, you know what? Those of us who aren't doing that, we ain't doing it. And then boom. Over time, the perception changed for the most part. For women, it's different. Y'all change environments. Y'all are men. Y'all do stuff differently. When y'all want to make a change, everybody feels that. Everybody can feel that change, because that's what men do. When men want to change an environment or perception, they force that change. Anytime they change, those things around them just change, because that's the nature of his ability to do that. When women change, it's not felt as widely. So I'm going to give y'all a little secret. It'd be interesting for lionesses to hear we don't separate ourselves from hyenas, because we live separate lives. Like, when I say we live separate lives, I mean we don't have no contact with them. That's what I mean. Even when they are our family members, we have little to no contact with them. We are lonely when it comes to female friendships and socializations, because there are so many hyenas, or the mindset be so prevalent, that in order to safeguard myself to be able to do what I got to do without being influenced stupidly, then there's a separation that happens. We actually don't talk to them. We don't go out with them. We're not really friends with them. So the social aspect is like almost nothing. So that we can carry on and carry out what we need to be doing, because my priority, if I'm a lioness and I get married, my priority is not to go out into the world and prove I'm a lioness. That's not my priority. My priority is to be a wife to my husband and a mother to my children. And to prioritize whatever that is. Especially in a society that does not support it. We don't get an extra support system for that. And since women socialize differently than men do, men can go off and be by themselves and do their thing and do it well. Would they like to have a support system? Yes, they would. This is why they search out lionesses to help them and be their support system. That's why they do it. Women socialize differently than men. So that's a whole hit we take. No outside female friends, or hardly any. And in order to preserve what we do and who we are, that contact has to always stay limited. It has to always stay there. There are no female friends, and there's definitely no male friends. None. None. And I'm not lamenting it and saying there's something wrong with it. I'm just giving y'all the reality of that. If we had a society that supported good values and being a wife and doing what you're supposed to do, we wouldn't have this problem as lionesses, because it would be more of us, and we definitely could get together a support system of us, our friends and our female family members and things of that nature. It wouldn't be that bad. So I'm trying to give y'all a more realistic concept of our lives as women who are doing what we're supposed to do. Because we're doing what women have always done. Put your head down and do what you're supposed to do. You're seen and not heard. We're largely doing that. And in this day and age of unrighteousness, everybody's finding it difficult to remain on the right path and preserve it, because we live in a corrupted environment that seeks to corrupt us at every turn. This is the prime example of what the Bible was talking about when it say be in the world but not of it. Participate because you hear, but you cannot internalize the corruption. You can't internalize it. You got to actually live according to the laws of the Most High. You got to actually live like that, regardless of your environment. So now the situation, because we as Black people are in such a situation that is unique, we're almost like socially extinct. That's the best word I can think about it. We're now in such a dire straits that desperate times call for desperate measures. So this is why there's even a thought that the feminine women, the women who, you know what I'm saying, a wife material, the women who know what's going on, have to call it out, and we got to be super vocal and super, you know what I'm saying, way over the top of, you know what I'm saying, trying to separate and find all of these different avenues to differentiate and all that type of stuff. And this is why I said what I said. We can't make the hyenas be lionesses. They're not ashamed. Do you understand that? We can't shame them because they're not ashamed. We can't tell them that what they're doing is wrong and that they need to correct themselves because they don't care. They want to be wrong. It's more fun that way. It's nothing but work over here. And they don't want to do that. Live in a microwave society where your gratification is supposed to be instant and you're supposed to be able to do what you want to do and no structure, no order and all that kind of stuff. And here we come, lionesses who can easily be shamed into better behavior, talking to a bunch of hyenas that would much prefer to spit in our faces than listen to anything. So the conversation comes full circle because when I come to the boneyard, I do not come to talk to these hyenas. I come to let lost lionesses know there are lionesses. And they don't have to be traipsing around in the boneyard with these hyenas. They don't have to do that. There's somewhere for you to be. Because you don't fit in over there anyway. You really don't fit in. And you know you don't fit in. You feel like you don't fit in. They don't really like you. They don't like each other. And all this other foolishness. So I'm trying to give lionesses somewhere to go. I'm trying to give them the alternative from the lost value system into the 10 life values to get your spiritual self together, get yourself together. And there's a way to do that. You don't have to just, you know what I'm saying, be lost, try to figure it out. There's a way to do it. There's a practical step-to-step way to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. No need to reinvent the wheel. You know, so they don't want to, hyenas don't want to do this kind of work because there's no glory here. You know, not any that there's no status in their eyes. Lionesses literally have a different value system. We literally value other things. So for us, it is an honor. For us, the life that we live, being good women, being the best wives we know how to be, the best moms that we know how to be, being sisters to one another when we do run into other lionesses, trying to be good friends, have good sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? Be better people. Those things are honorable to us. We do feel a sense of honor. We do feel a sense of pride. We do feel a sense of accomplishment and value. So we feel the honor. We know it's honorable. I'm going to tell you why this doesn't work anymore. Andre said women shame the undesirables among them. They don't now. That's the difference, which is true. But I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work now. Because lionesses are outnumbered. We don't have the leverage to say to them that you can't be a part of us, or to shame them, or the leverage to ostracize them. They're the bigger group. So they don't feel as if they're not a part of something that they want to be a part of, because we can't leverage it. See, back in the day, it was more lionesses, and it was a shame to be a hyena. You could not outwardly be a hyena. Even boomer hyenas could hold a marriage together for 50 years. Do you understand? There's a difference. Even if she was, hell on wheels in her house, she still could keep her marriage together for the most part. Why? Because it was a shame for her not to. Why? Because she was surrounded by lionesses that could. And they was going to look at her like, why you can't? What's going on in your house? So you ain't got no man to help out with them kids? You're having kids? You ain't got no husband? See, that type of stuff. See, now you got these chicks talking about hoes is winning. And married women and lionesses and stuff, we slaves. So I don't want to do that. So we can't leverage it. That's why we are not able to shame them, because we're not able to ostracize them. We can't make them feel no type of way about it. So since they don't feel no type of way about it, it's like they be like, they fan us down. Y'all just stupid. Up until the point where they become Vivica Fox. Now, I hate to throw her name in there. Now she's 60 years old, ready to try to get somebody to come and, be with her and all this other kind of stuff. See, they wait till they way older, and then they want what a lioness has got. They want what a lioness done worked her whole life to be and to have. They just want to get it when they snap their fingers. You understand? Let me do this commercial break because I almost just spent myself off a little bit. But after these messages, we'll be right back. Go and hit the link for ashkicking.com, which is the link pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to keep your skin looking, feeling its absolute best, go ahead and pick up this body butter once again from ashkicking.com. The link is at the top of the chat. If this is going to be your first time making an order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, that's ashkicking.com, link pinned to the top of the chat. Oh, y'all are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Please hit the like button though. Cause my likes be short. They really do. Thank you, MB. Been a member for 1 month. I appreciate you. Say good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Pray you have had a blessed day. Thank you, Alex, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you once again, MB. Said this is why a lot of men are waking up, finally leaving hyenas like her alone. Any brother who's still a simp, this is a fool. Thank you, Mogul, for your support, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dre the Dream, for your support. I appreciate you as well. Thank you, Joe Jones. I said she was a bad bee. So some men are used to being with a bad bee. Only thing she don't like, she don't look like a bad bee. To me, she was just lucky. I'm gonna touch on that. Thank you, Miss Lucchese. Said you're absolutely right. We keep ourselves away from that dysfunctional environment. Self-preservation is a must for us to protect our husbands and families. Thank you, HVAC. You hit me up twice. I appreciate you. Says someone in Gen Z, I'm going to be perfectly clear. The game is over. This single mom is a prime example why my generation not playing no more. Gen X, I'm going to be blunt here. Y'all failed, but that's okay. Us young fellas are going to fix it. And it says, and when we fix this 30 to 40 years of trash, it'll stay fixed. This is the only time I've been blunt on Crimson's channel. Get out of the way and we'll handle this. If these women want to play games, we got this. Thank you, Miss Mia, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you, Too Tall, for your support, your continued support. I appreciate you. Thank you. Frederick said black females ages 18 to 25 are 2 baby fathers at a 58% rate now. They're on Kendra G's show. Thank you. Drew says, yep, my nephew's in a similar situation with one on the way. So now I want to talk about the video clip that we saw. Now, I do believe that that lady there does like schizo, whatever. I don't even care at this point. But the mentality that she displayed is real. She does not honor the husband. Most of these single mothers do not honor the men that come behind the fathers and try to be with them and try to be in relationships with them and things of that nature. This, unfortunately, is more in the majority than the minority, which is why so many men warn against getting with women that already have a child or children that do not belong to you, especially if you don't have any children either. And so coming to get her with her kids and them not your kids, and you don't even have kids, even more so, she is not likely to be grateful or thankful or mindful or appreciative or anything. First, let's deal with the delusion. Look at her. Beloved. You not no bad bee. Who told her that? Who told her that she was bad? Sitting there needing to stop eating all of those carbs. That bad glue-in that you got going, that is not bad bee behavior. Baby, we was wearing that glue-in back in 92. It's 2024. You know what she did with her hair? See, this glue-in old, but she still got product, and she still got that leave out. But the leave out need to be flat ironed again. But she don't want to do it because it's gel on it. So she took a brush and wet it a little bit. Then she brushed it back over to activate the gel again. I've done it a million times when I was in high school. Done it a million times. Done it a million times. With that rainbow belt on. That is a rainbow belt. That is a rainbow belt. My mama was wearing belts like this in the 80s. Little chain belt. You know, you put your little jeans on and you put your chain belt on there. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if she had a patchwork leather purse next to her. What kind of woman this age, at this big age, wear baby hair? You understand what I'm saying? She done messed around and put oil on that quick weave. You are not to put oil on your quick weave, ma'am. You are not to put oil. They have already come up with the technology of synthetic wig spray to spray on your synthetic wig to get the quote unquote look of moisture without trying to put oil on it. You cannot put oil on the synthetic wig. Okay? It makes it stringy. Okay? All her accessories come from the beauty supply store. Talking about she, and I wouldn't even be talking about all this if she hadn't have said she was a bad bee. No. No. You can't say that you are a bad bee and all of your accessories come out the beauty supply store. Got that little jacket on, girl. Talking about you a bad bee. You a good Memphis 3. Please. You lucky you found somebody who wanted you. But see, this almost a problem because who married her? See, men who want to take care of women, who want to be married, who want to do right in a relationship, who want to be good guys, have good leadership, have stability, things of that nature. It's nothing wrong with that. I want the men to understand that. It's nothing wrong with wanting to do those things. But just like I tell women, you got to do the things for the right people. You cannot get a woman that is an ingrate because she's going to show you that she is not grateful or humble. She's not appreciative, that she don't really like you, that she's going to show you these things. And you doing more for her, solving her problems better, or giving her more money, or providing more things, or things of that nature is not going to change how she see you and how she act, because her being an ingrate is a personal character flaw. It doesn't matter what somebody else does or does not do with her or for her. Okay? Because with a lot of these chicks that had 2-3 kids and this, that, and the third, the men that they had those kids with are the men that they want. See, the other part of the lie is that they don't want the baby daddies, or that they never wanted the baby daddies, or that they never liked the baby daddies. Yes, they do. A lot of times, it's actually, in my opinion, I ain't got no stats to back this up, but just in my opinion, more of them wanted their baby daddy than didn't. Those are the men that they really was pining after and all that kind of stuff. It's just that it got to a point where it was so unsustainable that they just had to call it quits. But don't nothing get them going like that man now, whoever the baby daddies is. When you come along, it's like she said, I saw an opportunity and I took it. Okay? So she sees the next guy that's gonna provide this stability to her as just he's any port in a storm. And this is where you get men coming along to do all of this stuff that men do, that men are supposed to do, and that he think he's supposed to do, and all this other kind of stuff. And he do it for her, and she shows zero appreciation or worthiness for any of it. And then that tears him apart, because he's trying to figure out what's going on with him and what might be wrong with his leadership and what might be wrong, the reason why she ain't acting right, without realizing that it's her. It's her. It's within her. It don't got nothing to do with how many bills you pay and how much rent and what kind of car and what kind of phone. Like, that's not the problem. She's the problem. It's just like when women be out here and they really be trying to be submissive and really supportive and really doing what women supposed to do, but they do it for the wrong man and he take undue advantage of them. He don't do right by them. He don't appreciate it. And so a lot of times chicks be like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Well, that's not quite the right approach. There was nothing wrong with the stuff you were doing. There was something wrong with the person that you was doing it for. You didn't vet them properly. You don't understand what to look for so that you can actually do this stuff with the correct man so that he can appreciate it and y'all can pour into each other and all this good stuff. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Sometimes men fall in a similar trap, doing all of this stuff that he's supposed to do as a man and as a dad and as a husband and all this kind of stuff for the woman who would rather spit on him than tell him thank you. See, they like all that toxic stuff. This is why you gotta steer clear, especially in today's society, with these baby mamas and baby dads, all of that. Because these women don't like nobody. If you find a woman and she got 3-4 kids and it's 2-3 baby daddies, the reason that you gotta steer clear of her is because there's a reason don't nobody want her. You gotta see that. There's a reason why these relationships is not working. The relationship toxic. Well, you was toxic within it as well. Like, don't just say that the guy was toxic and you wasn't. Like, it's a reason why her life is going the way it's going. Okay? See, it's not the fact that she birthed a child. That's not what make her a problem. It's all the circumstances under which she's doing it. And it's also how many times did she do that? This is why the multiple kids with the multiple baby daddies is so much worse than the one child. And I had him when I was real young and I didn't do that again. There's a subtle difference there because, see, the woman that you got 3-4, you're not learning any lessons. This one is stupid. Okay? I need y'all to know that. If she has 3 or 4 children and all of that and more, and it's multiple baby fathers and multiple so-called relationships and things of that nature, that means that she's not learning any lessons. And when you live life lessons, but you fail to learn anything from those experiences, you're dense. You're dense. You stupid. Mm-hmm. Because who living through life, but you don't learn nothing from nothing? You don't learn anything from. I got stuff that I did in 5th grade that I regret to this day. And you mean to tell me you having 4, 5 kids and you have not learned anything from any of these experiences? So you keep hitting your head on the same, boop, and you walk back, boop, and you walk back. Wait a minute, something missing. Boop. Yeah, your brain's missing, beloved. You're dense. It's like talking to a brick wall. It's a brick wall. It's a brick wall. You don't want that woman anyway, because she don't learn nothing. And since she can't learn nothing, you can't teach her nothing. And if you can't teach her nothing, that means you can't correct her. That means that you can't problem solve for her. That means she's a constant source of trouble and a constant threat. This is why you don't want her. This is why you don't want her. See, they try to gaslight you into saying just because I had a child, that means I'm not a good woman. No, you're a dumb woman because you kept having children with various men and you claimed that was a difficult thing for you to do, but you kept doing it. So you were too stupid to stop doing it. That's why I don't want you, beloved, because you're silly. Okay? These are the gutter snipes. I don't know why that was so difficult. These are the gutter snipes. Lost and turned out. Without saying any names or anything like this, I swear I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I don't know who need to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this. Whores are some of the brokest, lowest common denominator women that there ever will be. If you somewhere selling the cat, if you sell cat, you at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And I don't care if you call yourself selling in the house over the internet and you don't walk the street, so you feel like you're not quite in the same boat. Yes, you are. I don't know who need to hear that. If you posted it, or I don't care how you do it. I don't care what mode of communication that you use to communicate to the world that you sell box and you selling it. It's the same. This is why I can proudly say, and have said it before, I've never sold box, ever. Not directly, nor indirectly. I've never needed something or wanted something done or something bought for me or no favor or anything. And the only way I could figure to pay for it was to do some sexual act in order to receive it. Never a bill paid, never a purse bought, never a trip made, never nails bought, none of it. None of it. None of it. Not even that. Oh, you gonna buy me that? Nope. No. No. I want something. I know how to dig in my pocket and go get it. I don't need it. No, I told you that. Anything I can't afford or what, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm good. Yes. It's hoeing. It's hoeing. I'm just, trying to be in my feminine space and my soft girl hoeing. 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 You hoeing. You hoeing, baby. Mm-hmm. Dry begging. None of it. Thank you, Pharaoh said Babylon has no true benefits with companionship. It annoys me when D police ask why I want to find a wife in the Philippines or Senegal, but they see it. Thank you, Greg said the millennial Gen Z men have reviewed how Boomer and Gen X were not appreciated for being stepdads in the 80s and 90s. They ain't for it now. Thank you, Stevens. I heard this story about a young virgin on a girl's trip and how all the other hyenas' back hairs was on edge when they found out about it. Thank you, Ty Boxon said if the Simp stopped giving hyenas airplay, it would be a game changer. Thank you, MIA said multiple kids, multiple baby daddies is definitely not the way. No thanks. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. But before we go.
Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men, and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenszone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.
So the link is pinned to the top of the chat, Black Men Zone. The brother is looking to fulfill his goal of 1,300 registered users on the site. So please go ahead and click the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat at Black Men Zone. All right, jump down in the comments. You know what? Before I go, I might do. I don't know. I might not say it. There are times when I want to talk about certain stuff, but I know this channel is not really that channel to do that. But why is Drake suing? Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. And once again, I'm your hostess, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.